Well, well, well. I'm just gonna get into it. The Velma show is the worst trailer I've seen in a while, and I found two articles we're gonna go over real quick. One of them, well, we'll just get into it from Collider. And I'll say, in my last video about Mindy Kaling talking about whiteness and whatnot, which I'll have up here, I a lot of this article is just rehashing what was said in that article, but there's a line in this article that the last article didn't have that I find so fascinating. And also I think Mindy Kaling's just stupid. Anyways, and also there's some pushback from Mindy Kaling that is said in this article. But anyways, as you can see right here, Mindy Kaling responds to backlash over reimagining Velma as a South Asian. Velma showrunner also explained why Scooby-Doo will not be in the series. So this is Collider just jerk. Yeah, I'm gonna rephrase that. Just going ham to the wall, shilling for this show, even though it's not loved, and also calls us racist, sexist, and bigots, like they always do. But anyways, why don't we get into it? Why change anything when the classics all still work, right? The titular bespected heroine quips in the hilarious first trailer of the upcoming HBO Max series Velma. Yeah, that wasn't really funny. That was her literally dunking on fans. Even Maurice Critical acknowledged that. And when people started calling him racist, he looked at them and said, no, you guys are racist. You're focusing on the skin color and not on what's being said. Which is a fantastic moment. And Moist Critical isn't a Hollywood guy like a lot of us here are. He's a gamer, and he just calls it as he sees it. And I have tons of respect for Charlie. Trust me, I have tons of respect. And as Collider so eloquently potes, it also takes a dig at the internet trolls complaining about the character being voiced by a South Asian actor, Mindy Kaling. No, actually, we aren't complaining that she's voicing the character. We're not even really focusing in on the race change of 3 characters, sexuality change of 1 character, entire story change. We're focusing on the story changes that we have already seen and how pathetic it is. And also, as you call the hilarious quip, is the most trashed line. It attacks the people that would have loved this show right out of the gates. And you have destroyed your fan base from day one. Anyways, though, at the recent New York Comic-Con, Insider reports the actor responded to the backlash, revealing that she's constantly surprised by reactions to everything on social media. No, you're not. You did that on purpose. We know you did it on purpose. It is very clear that line was to rally us up, and it worked. And also, it got me my largest video since my Nick Ricada support video. It got me my largest video on YouTube. So thank you, Mindy Kaling, for being a stupid person. Along with Kaling, HBO Max's new Scooby-Doo offering has a diverse cast featuring Constance Wu as Daphne, don't care, Sam Richards as Shaggy, don't care, and Glenn Horton as Fred, with a slew of an ensemble cast including the likes of Jane Lynch, Wanda Sykes, Weird Al Yankovic, Stephen Root, Gary Cole, I can never say this right, Ming-Na Wen, Sherry Jones, and more. I can't read names half the time. The series is billed as an adult animated comedy series telling the origin story of Velma Dinkley. We don't need it. You're not telling the origin story of Velma Dinkley. You're telling the origin story of Mindy Kaling, because this isn't Velma. We've been over this. Speaking to the titular character, Kaling revealed growing up she always identified with Velma, further explaining she was so cute, but not like traditionally hot. Super smart, super thick glasses, questionable haircut. I just love the series, and I feel so honored to do the voice. No, you don't. Like I went over in my last video. No, you don't. If you love the character, if you are so honored to play the character, then why the heck change her? Quite literally. That's the point. That completely goes against everything that you said up here. You immediately changed her and immediately attacked us. So you don't like her. Similar to Jessica Gao, who doesn't like She-Hulk, which I made a video yesterday about that. Again, might be up here, I don't know. Actually, it should be coming out. Yeah, it should have been yesterday, last night. Anyways, Jessica Gao didn't like She-Hulk. She just used She-Hulk to tell her own story. You're just using Velma and the crew to tell your own pathetic story. These people are sad and broken. Velma has always been the underdog and underappreciated brain of Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. No, she hasn't. She was extremely appreciated. She was always the smart one. She was always the one that figured out the frickin' mystery. She was one of the most important parts to the gang. Over the years, her presence of mind and cynic approach coupled with the gang's efforts helped get most of the mysteries solved. As such, it is so right there. You literally just destroyed your argument with that line. They even admit she's important. But no, you don't recognize her as being important because you don't actually care about her. As such, it is exciting to see her get her due in her origin story. When inquired about the backlash the series is facing for her casting, the Office alum revealed that she thinks the characters are iconic. But in no way, you can't think they're iconic if you're changing them. But this is the line that I'm hinting at, because there's an addition here that I wasn't in that last article that I read. But in no way is the gang defined by their whiteness, except for Fred. What does that mean? Seriously, what does that mean? Because before I thought they were no way defined by their whiteness. But now I find this is a fuller quote, except for Fred. So if you take the road of their whole intersectional mumbo jumbo, Fred's gonna be a dumb white dude. That's literally what she's setting him up to be. She's going to treat him like crap. With that line, that shows that she's going to treat him like crap. She is not going to respect anybody in the show. This little change, this small change that other article, again, that I read, that didn't have this little bit in here, changes so much. Granted, I think it also bolsters my point that they're going to treat Fred like crap. And this show is not about the gang. Adding, so I was a little bit surprised, and I think most Indian American girls see straight to the race card when they see this skeptical, hardworking, kind of underappreciated character can identify with her. So you're saying that South Asian Indian girls are underappreciated? That's your own words. Personally, I don't know any. But I bet they're very much appreciated. However, Velma isn't the first project to see such backlash. Recently, Haley Bailey's casting as Ariel and the upcoming Little Mermaid face similar backlash. Nonetheless, modern times need modern interpretations, and fans of these characters are always eager to see a new take. And so we begin. We begin my favorite part of the show. We have come to my favorite part of the show, because it means something for me. Tearing apart pathetic arguments that have proof of why they are wrong. So, why don't we start with the Velma show? Because I finally got my little downvoter to work again. Man, that looks like a lot of people are excited to see this show. Oh, gotta love that. Look at that ratio. Oh yeah, gotta love that. And like I love to point out, we'll use Jim Sim here as an example. The part when Velma ripped off her own mask to reveal a white girl underneath, and the HBO executive said, "We'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids," gave me goosebumps. I love this new type. And this was brought on by Amazon. Oh, this is still so beautiful. I'm still in shock and tears from this user. I'm still in shock and tears from the ending when Velma screamed, "What's in the box?" Such heartbreaking scene. And remember, they bring up the Little Mermaid, which the Little Mermaid was a funny thing, wasn't it? They don't point out that a lot of people were complaining about the CGI looking like crap, everything just looking awful, nothing made sense, lighting was all wrong, and honestly, let's not mince words. Let's just go to it. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Yep. 1.2 million upvotes to 3.1 million downvotes. Nobody is excited for either of these things. But you gotta play your race cards. You gotta act like we're the racist, misogynistic bigots. Despite the fact that all we want is for you to respect our properties. If you want to make something new, make something new. Why do you have to use our properties to tell your stupid, pathetic, narcissistic stories? And this continues going on, talking about why Scooby won't be in the show. And let's mind you, Scooby not being in the show completely destroys this whole show. This is not Velma. This is not Shaggy. This is not Daphne. This is definitely not Fred. This is Mindy. We're just going to call them by their real names. This is Mindy. This is Constance. This is Sam. And this is Glenn. That's the show. The Mindy Kaling show. That's what we're going to call it from now on. But, and looking up some news, because I didn't want to just leave this as a video for basically continuing a rant that I already did. I am going to add in a bit of a new thing that I found that I just laughed at. Velma accused of queer baiting, not gay, but straight in Mindy Kaling series. Oh, you gotta love it. They can't even appease their own crowd. And we're just gonna... So this article starts off talking about the latest Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, where she was made gay, and they go to Tony Servan, who made Mystery Inc., where he says, "She's not bi, she's gay." Shut up. At least I believe that's the one that created... It was a producer from a past series. Anyways, they mention Velma has a crush on Fred. What? You then come down to, but Daphne has two moms. Because they're using... Oh, I didn't realize this. The show's official Twitter is using this. "My secret crush on Fred has everything to do with Glenn Horton's casting." But Daphne has two moms. Yep. They completely decided to change Daphne around, like I've mentioned before. Jane Lynch plays Donna, one of Daphne's police officer moms. She should arrest herself because she steals every scene. Yeah, that's a thing. But let's get into the business, shall we? Velma accused of queer baiting. Oh, it's so beautiful. And we're just gonna read some of the tweets they linked to. A Twitter user has accused the show of queerbaiting and LGBTQ communities in an uproar. Wow, thanks for queerbaiting, states the tweet, which has been liked almost 600 times. Man, that is so small. Another fan that is apparently unhappy also replied, "You could have tweeted literally anything else to announce Fred's voice actor." Another fan is now no longer interested in watching the show anymore. "I was looking forward to this show actually, even though it seems like it's getting a lot of flack, but now I'm kind of not interested anymore," says a disgruntled fan who apparently isn't happy that Velma has a crush on Fred. These are the people you courted, and you can never appease the mob. Oh, it's so beautiful. But with that, we come to an end. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, share it out with your friends, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next time. Oh, and click all the links below as well, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye for now.